Hey friends, welcome to another episode of Toke Talk Live, 518 at 5:18 p.m.
Oh man, it was a beautiful day out today. I am fucking so stony baloney. Damn, I'm fucking rocked. Smoking on that little thing right here. I might as well dab one. You guys want to dab one?
Yeah, why not? Oh, yeah.
It's getting about that time. How's everyone smoking going on? What are you smoking on? Hit us up with some questions with your grow season and everything like that. Definitely want to hear about it because we're here to help. We want to fucking also maybe learn something because tell us something that we don't know because we're down to learn just as much as we're down to show people because we want to teach and learn. It's all about having an open mind and enjoying yourself. I hope all you guys are going to have a hell of a grow season this year. And everyone with a question, throw them out there because we want to help you with it. We want to be able to answer those like I wonder questions where you're searching YouTube and Google. We want to go live on that. Is that working all right?
Mm-hmm.
Sweet. That's awesome. Do a little quick dabby dab. 1 second. You're not ready, not ready, not ready. Almost, almost. Now she's about to go rip that shit. Let's go.
Just remember, guys, no question is a stupid question.
Hell no, it isn't. You always, it's not hitting for you. There it goes. That's a rip and a half. I'm jelly.
It was a little clogged. I'm pretty sure I sucked it out.
You suck a little M&M size, suck a softball through it.
Hoover. He's crazy, right?
He's just going until he can't inhale anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing crazy. A good dab though.
I couldn't do that.
Well, I had to take a big one with everybody because it's 5:18.
Hello, James.
That was the way it started, everybody.
Alright, I guess I'll have to do that too.
He's like, uh-oh.
I'm ready.
All right, I'll wait like 3 seconds. 2,
Hi.
1, fire in the hole.
Dab, dab, dabby dab.
There you go. So much easier with someone else doing it like that. That's a nice dab. All right, look at that. That's a nice ass dab.
Oh, that was good. That's
You know,
smooth. That's smooth.
like no fucking cough whatsoever. I love this smoke freezer. Like, see, I'm not the only one that enjoys this. It's like everyone that smokes until like you guys hitting it right now. That right there would have been like a lung fucking pinch or whatever if it was off
Right,
like
no.
the rig itself. You'd be like, oh
Choking
shit.
everything else.
This is just about ready for you.
Dab like that in my old rig would have left me in tears.
Yeah, like 10 minutes later, you're finally willing to stand back up. However many floaties and whatnot. And yeah, there it goes.
The light is so cool on that thing,
It
too.
is. I love it.
I need one of them.
I sell them on my website.
What do they run?
$4.20 shipped.
Okay.
It's like perfect. It's like $3.85. The shipping and taxes and everything is exactly $4.20.
That's awesome.
It is.
Hi, Amanda. Welcome.
Going on, Amanda?
A
peanut butter infusion with the chocolate covering was fire. I didn't hit that yet. There you go. I did have to break it into pieces because I take it easy on edibles because I like a lighter edible, and that right there was like perfect. A single size, like
sweet
that
and
big,
salty and yummy.
was like perfectly set me right where I wanted to be. You know, it was where I didn't have to eat too much of it. That was the key. Because with edibles, I want them strong enough to where I don't need to eat 5 pounds or something. I want to be a diabetic just to get high. And she made them like strong enough to where you eat a bite and actually get high off of a bite, you know, but not
They were
like
good, though.
floored. If you eat 6 bites,
I
then
felt
you're
so
floored,
relaxed.
you know. And she's going to be one of the cooks for the 845 side too,
Okay.
which is awesome because, like I was saying earlier, you're talking about wanting to become a cook for the 518 area, right?
Yeah.
So we'd have that working at Kylie's kitchen. She would be working over in Paul Vidal's kitchen, and Tommy at the Go to Glass Little Billy.
Okay. I wanted to check out his kitchen actually from that first time I saw it.
It's pretty sweet.
Yeah. I think I could learn something from him.
He's smart. He's good. He's like if it comes down to grinding meats or anything in the kitchen, he knows his shit. You can see he's smooth in it when he's there. You know, I've worked with a lot of people in the kitchen because I grew up in the kitchen myself. So like I'm in a commercial kitchen, I'm actually pretty productive. But a lot of people, I can instantly tell he's fluid. You know, he's like, yo, I got the meat grinder. He's like, I want to get the Hobart in here and stuff. So like, I already know what he's like doing. I'm like, all right, kind of like we're growing. You know, it's like, what's a seed? What's a clone? What's this or that?
What light are you using?
You know, but that's what they meat, and that's where he has a really good specialty onto it. Did you guys try those sausages and stuff over there?
No.
That's all his cuts right there. All homemade. He bought
See,
a
I
whole
didn't know that
bunch
until
of
after they stopped cooking the food,
Yeah, I
and I
knew
was
that.
like, oh, I would
And-
eat it if I knew that.
And the thing is, he does that out of all of his Go to Glass events. And that's where they're coming up from March 24th all the way every other weekend from there on out until like October 28th, I believe. So there's going to be like 20 cannabis events going on up there.
There is a calendar. We'll have to
We're
look
about
at that
to drop the calendar.
again.
We're gonna,
It's been busy.
We're organizing the calendar because we want everyone to have it kind of like a little pamphlet, you know, like, all right, what's going on this weekend? And we want to have a localized cannabis venture. You know, you want to go here, you want to go there, kind of like a brewery tasting.
See a lot of people from the same from the group at the events.
Oh yeah, that's the fun stuff. You know, like whenever you network, like kind of with Flanagan, he stopped down here mad times. He goes to Kylie's and stuff. He hangs out with Johnny, and we went over there, helped him out. Johnny's another A1 person. Every time I've seen him, always being helpful, always coming to the events, you know, showing love and stuff. And he always bringing clones and seeds and whatnot.
Mhm.
What the community needs. That's what we try to do, you know, and he's right there with it. So I can't wait to see what he produces this year for his micro business farm. You see what he's doing? He's helping. Was it Perry? He's helping Perry.
I'm not sure. I don't remember.
The cannabis farm.
I'm tired and old.
So he's doing like 500 or 600 plants. He's getting ready for them. All fire genetics, breeding cuts and stuff. He knows what he's doing. It's pretty sweet. But it's nice to have all those levels of people together. And that's who I want to also, we're talking with a few other people. I want to start doing micro business not reviews, but videos. So that's what a micro business is. You can just see what's happening to their property. You know, if it's killing, people are interested in that. You know, if you're mending it, people are interested in that. You know, if you're bordering it, they're still interested in that. Like, okay, what's the PSI to the whatever's happening? You know, so there's always something that can be brought up. So that's the next big thing. How do we record with people at micro businesses, and how do we record people with the cooking shows and everything? So,
Well, you know, like truthfully, like the cameras on these new iPhones, like all you need is something like that, and the quality of this picture is almost as good as the quality of the picture that's coming off of those high def cameras.
definitely,
You know,
they are
So,
pretty sweet.
like-
I do have. I'm not sure if you've seen on my kitchen countertop. So your phone can mount to it, and it's AI controlled too. Kind of like the selfie stick here that I'm using. There's a battery on the back of it. If I turn it on, and I can unlock it from that position, so you can walk with it and talk without no vibrations, and then you can like drop it and do circles and stuff.
oh wow, that's awesome. Yeah,
I have another one out there that does it too. Then I have two of them that are just AI stands. because ultimately I want to have us with phones having multiple angles,
Right.
and then have a commercial camera do the big whatever. But like we start out with 6 phones recording the circle, all different angles, and hand all that information out to the editor.
Yep.
Let them produce a professional show, and then maybe get endorsed or something.
That's that many angles, huh?
Oh yeah, you have to, because you have to have the vertical going straight down. You have to have the long view shot with the kitchen. You have to have the up close for the personal FaceTime. You know, you got to have the chopping one right at the counter for the chopping, the stove one, so this way you're not like, see.
I just stand there and mix shit and serve it. That was fun. I got to serve brownies at Paul's at Ghost of Glass. It was fun.
We could start cooking. You know what I mean?
We have one nice camera, maybe 2. I might have in on a really nice one, and I want to talk to him tomorrow. Also, another guy. I want to talk to the one with the machine tomorrow, and then give a call about the camera, and then start working the farm on Monday. Fun. I'm about to start the seeds, because I don't want to start the seeds until right about now, because I don't want my hemp to re-veg. I'm just not looking for that whole fucking bullshit. You know, I just wanted to grow 7-foot plants, 3/4 of a pound to a pound a piece, and be happy. Harvest that on out, hopefully pull out 1,000 pounds or so. Even if it's only 400 or 500 or 800 or whatever it is more than not doing it. You know, yeah. So it's like, hell yeah. Right. And I can't wait to. Exciting. It allows teamwork to thrive, you know. And from there is like the foundation is laid, it's already poured, then who knows? Get a greenhouse, 100-foot greenhouse, and bring in a nice chunk of change. Then you get a second greenhouse and the third greenhouse. Now everyone's running a fucking 100-foot greenhouse. You know, that's what we want to get shit to. Like, it's at that point, and then once that happens, whatever you want to put in that greenhouse for max production, that can be $100,000, $200,000, $300,000, $500,000 venture every season. Like, you ever see Never Sink Farm? They show you how to make, like, I think it's $350,000 profit on 1/4 of an acre. And that he also, on that same thing, he's a YouTuber. It's a farm. They show you how to make $100,000 profit out of a greenhouse, just growing a tomato. How to simplify things, how to do no-till, all organic and stuff. I try to, everything I've done was first read it scientifically, then try to apply it at the same time as educate myself through trial and error from local people, you know. And he was somebody that was a rock star, and their farm supplies a lot of cool people. You know, what's going on, Kenny? What's going on, Mizzle? That's awesome.
D-boy.
D-boy, definitely. D-boy Mizzle, that's awesome. Fire grows too, bro. Definitely got to say, I like it. Oh, man. I got me some sweet genetics over here. I have, Gushmans over here, just chilling. That's a nice, pretty clone right there.
Yep.
Which one's that? So, that there is Mac 1 Cap Cut. Got a Bruce Banner chilling. Now,
we have a GMO.
Everyone loves GMO.
Isn't that pretty?
That right there was actually from Ryan Glennon. Appreciate it a lot, bro. You're awesome. I love that you always stop down at the events and everything. Definitely showed love mad times. Definitely still want to fuck with your brothers and stuff. Go check that out. Get them up on these shows, because we just want to keep growing with everybody and connecting with you. Oh, 100%. Will it allow it?
What?
I don't think it'll allow me on this to tap in. I don't think it'll allow him to jump on video because of the phone.
Yeah, probably not.
I tried that last time, and it didn't work.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, I want to do that, but Facebook has a problem with that. So what I want to eventually get us to do is hit up another platform like a Discord or something, so we can record that with all of our faces and hang out and have that as a whole nother streaming thing to post on Facebook, also YouTube, Instagram, because we all want to grow on that too. But lags too much with this connection when I start to connect somebody. And but I'll definitely hit you one up, bro, because you're not too far away. You're right in Albany, Schenectady area, and I'm definitely wanting to network with you because it's all about us growing together. And what you've been doing, I've been seeing it. It's awesome. But yeah, so this is we got a Gushman. So there's a few things what I do with clones like this. There's a reason why I have a long stem. So I believe in the berry up method with cannabis. When you are starting a plant in the very beginning of it to get a stem, this is going to be a perfectly straight stem, just like this by the time I'm done with it, and you won't see any type of a bend. So it's going to be the absolute, the strongest, most efficient way for when it gets buried to grow roots, to air prune them roots. So I grow hundreds of thousands of roots from here to here. All of this is going to get ripped off, and then I'm going to have a small short plant because it's going to get buried to here. And then I'm going to let it grow 18 inches tall, or say 14 inches, this is looking about. I'm going to strip it all off again. The reason why I do this is because mold spores and just bugs and stuff. It gives you 16 to 24 inches of no growth. So when it rains, you don't get the splatters of all the stuff from the soil. And then from there is when I train my plant. So that's why I try to get every single plant. I try not to focus on a bush if I'm growing for the outdoor season. I try to focus on the straight stem and air pruning roots. So this is going to be air pruned from here on out. I'm going to take it out of these cups. I'm going to put them in 9 woven cloth pots. Then I'm going to bury it all the way on up to here. And that'll be all in the cloth pot, sitting sideways just like this. And it's going to be completely air pruned. I have the pots actually right over here. Just 1 second. I'll be right back.
It's super easy. It's just whoop, bloop, sideways.
I believe there was a song about it. Whoop, there it is.
Yep. Whoop, there it is.
These might not be the right size ones. These ones might have been the ones the company sent me wrong. I don't know yet. Because I had to order so many of them, you know. So this right here, it is the right size, see? It fits.
Can I help? Can I help?
You sure can.
What
So
doing?
you are going to have the blessing of Cannabis showing you how to transplant a plant, how she would do it for the berry method. Just drop it on in there.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
So what we would do is we would put it in sideways. And you're okay to do this. Just plop it right on in there, sideways. Look at that.
So what is the benefits of doing it this way that people might be overlooking and wondering why we would plant something like this that is going to look just like that, completely bent underneath the soil?
You explain. You're the expert.
All right, so there's a
It's-
really very, very big reason to do this. First of all, this is a J hook underneath your soil, so it's going to be a complete anchor to a plant. And a clone, it's even more important to do that because now you have a J hook in your soil. Your plant won't flop over as easy in those 30 to 40 mile an hour winds that you get late August to September-ish. You know, September really, because that's hurricane season-ish, and we get the tropical storms. So when you do it like that, it helps start the J hook, but more importantly, it makes it convenient to water for the person. And that's what I'm about. I'm about easy, lazy, and convenient. So now I don't have a plant that I need to try to water all the way around. The plant is growing out the side. It's still in the cloth pot being air pruned to the roots. No matter how you look at it, you can't mess that up because of the pot. But I get to water, I get to put food and everything in here without having any type of a growth in my way, you know? So I want to say if I need to do a plant wash, I want to take a bucket and I fill up a small little bucket. I can literally just take it just like this and wash it right on in the bucket, and it's fully easy to do that. You want to get yourself some worm compost, make a tea out of that. We'll be demonstrating that. We'll be demonstrating composting with outside with the thermometers to show you how to get the right temperature of 160 to cook your seeds without overcooking it to catch a fire. we're gonna be because I've seen fires on compost piles. You think you're doing good until you're doing too good, and then it's like, oh no. So yeah, that's gonna be a huge thing. So I'm all about convenience, and this just allows it for only the outdoors. Indoors, I'll actually, if it's into a bucket, like say if I'm doing ebb and flow system and I have 9 of them going in and they're all taller plants, I'll trim one side of it and I'll lay them completely sideways. So now they're only 4 inches tall, but they're 3 feet long, going on one side. And then I'll have that scrog itself between the 9 of them. They filled up the whole tent, and you don't have to worry about a thing. Because I love ebb and flows, and the problem with ebb and flows is keeping them bushy and perpetual flow because the pots can only be so big. It's only what 3.5 gallon freaking peat pots or freaking pea pebbles. I haven't used those in forever. I have 2 ebb and flow systems hanging out my back door right here.
That was some good chicken, right?
It was really good. Flanagan, that shit was awesome.
Oh, we made some
Everyone
Flanagan
approved
Land
of it.
barbecue
That's
chicken.
Yes. So this year we have clones for days and days and days and days. So definitely hit us sign up for them. We're gonna try to grow out our clone stock. Right now we have about 35, maybe 40 genetics or breeder cuts ready to go. And we're going to try to get us up to like 100, maybe 200. Ultimately, I'd like to connect with the East Coast Clones and Company and have them in on all of this so we can get us built and established in a correct way because everyone has a strength. And for us, like we could easily run 3,000 to 5,000 clones in a month. Imagine you cloning 1,000 clones a week. And for work, you doing 1,000 clones, you 1,000, me 1,000, and then it's just shipping them on
They're
out.
1,000.
Yeah,
Everywhere.
You're shipping them on out,
Do,
and
do,
helping
do,
create
do,
a
do.
natural flow. And when it picks on up, we're feeding America as a team. We're helping supply genetics and testing them and stuff like that. They're really good at doing what they're doing, and they want help. So it's like if we're able to do that, it's a whole nother that's like a huge step for us. Like that would be like careers.
Yeah.
Just cloning and mother planting and having a greenhouse. But we don't have a greenhouse right now or a shop space. So I'm gonna try to figure something out. I don't know how to do it, but I want to do it.
We're gonna get something figured out here for sure.
I have the property, I have the licensing, I have all of it. I just don't have the greenhouse.
He has the hands.
So like if they do it later, they might be able to help out and get a greenhouse here. I don't know what the funds are. I don't know what you guys have for investments. I don't know what we have yet. I haven't tapped into anybody. But if there's greenhouses out there, we're looking for them. We're going to be trying to get some where people are making good money from locals, supplying the locals and supplying really the country and teaming up with the West Coast, the East Coast, down south, up north, connecting with all of the breeders and just trying to get everyone into a central hub here into the Green County because I think that's going to be a game changer. I have a feeling that's going to be a huge game changer. If we can get us like 500 to 700 lab genetics in the world, working with the East Coast Clones and Company right here with multiple greenhouses, and then chocolate pots with the hemp farming on top of that, and then doing all the digital. You're glowing. You're liking this.
What?
You're glowing. You ain't getting me.
I was trying to whisper in your ear.
Oh,
Rude.
You bite my
Do you
ear.
see what I put up with? He is so rude. And in front of people.
I knew you were going to do that.
I was initially going to just whisper something to
You
you.
weren't.
Yes, I was actually. I was going to whisper.
She stoned everybody. But how stoned?
But then because you did what you did, I had to get you back. Revenge.
You ever see the back of a $20 bill? You ever see the back of a $20 bill on weed?
So what I'm thinking in my head is it may be expensive to buy a whole greenhouse, but
like 25 grand.
But what if we could find a greenhouse skeleton and then build it ourselves?
Well,
It
in
wouldn't be
order,
25 grand.
well, in order to get a heated one, because you have to have a 4-season one.
Well, you could build it to be insulated and have all the correct specifications that it would need.
You could potentially do it, but to do it lab certified
Right.
is gonna be the tough part.
Well, what if we did do a lab certified though?
Then we can team up and make bang.
Because I'm not talking about copy job. I'm talking about like
legit,
legit
quality.
real good quality, like this.
I'm in construction. My family's been in construction.
Me
I'm
too.
down to build shit.
Hell yeah.
You know,
Me and my dad had the blueprints to build a greenhouse actually, but my dad got too old to actually.
My neighbor,
do it.
he used to do that for a living.
Build greenhouses.
Yeah, he used to put them up, 3 of them a day, 100-footers.
So then you already know the person.
But they're the tunnels, though.
What?
They're tunnels. They're not actual greenhouse. So they're for growing. You know, he could show us exactly how to make 200-foot long tunnels for growing.
Well, I mean, more like for materials. Like you might know this places where we need to go to get these.
Potentially, at least what the places are called, so we can Google the places here.
Right. Well, that's what I mean. So we have some leads,
Definitely, that's huge.
for professional materials that we can do stuff correctly.
And ask him what's already worked in the past, you know.
Because I'm going to start hunting for a full skeleton.
Definitely.
And
That's the way to go, really. I know someone with, I was talking with Johnny, actually. It's like 25 grand with a 1,000 pound pellet wood stove into it. Or as a pellet wood stove, but 1,000-gallon hydroponic setup.
Right.
And that was thought to be taken down, trucked over, and rebuilt. I don't know if that would even take, but I'd definitely like to look at options.
Well, that's I guess that's what I'm trying to put in the
And
air.
I'd like to build something that's cheapest, because really it's only bending pipes.
Yeah.
You know?
That's all.
And I've bent pipes before. I've done fencing. I've done timber frames. I've done whatever.
I believe that we could definitely build a quality facility.
That's what it's going to have to come down to.
You know, because one thing I'm big on is I want to do it once, and I don't want to have to do it again.
Once for once.
That's
That's what it comes down to. It's one and go.
And with the idea of having more greenhouses being put in, I truthfully believe that we should learn how to build it.
Well, tunnels we could easily do for hemp, because then you prevent molds and stuff, you know. So if we practice on the hemp farm,
Right.
would be a dry run.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think it's just ideal that,
I think that might work.
And
then we figure out what we would need to make it bigger. Maybe double wall it or something.
Exactly. Once we do it once, you see all the ideas we have already. Imagine once we do it and we actually know how to do it. Now it's like, bingo, boom, we're unstoppable.
It's definitely, that's what it's got to be built.
So I think that should be our plan.
And I have another guy, Tim, I'm talking to tomorrow about the machine to come on over to help level and clear it. When I talk to him, I'll let you guys know too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because the more help, the better. We're building it, or literally. I'm hoping that this network between our community just starts thriving. Because everything's from the cement right now. Every county is just barely starting. All the farms are just legally allowed to do their micro businesses this year and last year, and really just this year.
Right.
Yeah.
Fully.
To grow.
Yeah.
Only a couple did last year. Not many at all.
Right. So it's a big season,
Yeah, now there's a few hundred of them that are legal to grow this year.
That's a lot. Congrats to all them.
It is, all of them deserve it. Every single one. So
It's hard work.
And that's the cool part about it is like, not saying, oh man, it's saturated, this or that, but it's actually like, yo, good job. He's all fucking approved something, helping the community grow. So it's like a high five every license that they get. for the community. It's like, yeah, hopefully we get there.
I don't know. Like you can't be ignorant in the cannabis community. 100 different heads together is better. There's a lot of different possibilities, genetics, and the situations in growing. You know, I've grown for 14 years, and every time I do a grow, something happens that I have never experienced, or that is new, or is like, oh, okay, like, you know, who has information on this? I need help solving this.
You know, humans are like phenotypes. Everyone's different. They learn different. They explain different. You know, and they're at different growth stages compared to other people. So it's like the more you can be open to grow with people, the osmosis power really just takes over. You know, like your brain is learning through 10 different brains instead of just one person having hypothetical questions being answered, you know, and the person that they're getting answers from isn't even a lab certified or educated anything. It's just some dude that cracked seeds and he grew weed that they accepted. You know, there's a lot of that. It's like, nah, like how once we get past that, we're in that stage now.
I feel like a lot of people don't know this, but this Mac 10 cut popped through 10 seeds.
Mm-hmm.
Top 10 seeds, pick this cut, and this is the cut of Mac 1 that everyone loves.
Exactly.
Wow.
Off of 10 pop seeds.
It is.
So, meaning like, don't ever be afraid to pop those seeds. Those seeds might be the one.
They have 1,300 phenotypes, and it's one seed except one per seed. You know, I think it's more actually, but it's say 1,300. You know, that's a lot. I like phenos. I also like to know what I get from the breeder cuts, but the pheno hunting
That's why I like to do.
is the fun. It's like treasure hunting. You know, it's like, oh, that is the one we're breeding with. Oh, I can't wait to smoke this one.
Well, I love to look at a room and you're like, wow, this is all the same kind, but it's all sisters and brothers. Like, it's like, oh, this one has this expression, that one has that expression. It's like, you know, the more seeds of a pheno of a certain kind of genetic you pop, the more phenotypes you see. And it's just like, I don't know, every time I grow regular seeds, I'm always like, wow, I didn't even know that genetic had that expression.
Definitely.
Like, it's like, oh wow, that one's giving coffee notes, or like this one's but this one smells like fruit. Like, it's the same, came from the same seed.
I'm just like loving learning it, and like it's like the variations are just like, wow, that's interesting. You know how that works.
And that's why I love it though, because it's like, oh, it's like, okay, because then it's like, for me, right now I'm growing lemon cherry gelato. I'm not the biggest fan of lemon cherry gelato.
It's still a banger though. Everyone knows it's a banger.
That gelato in that room that I'm like astonished by. I'm like, wow, I didn't even know lemon cherry could smell that fragrant or be that nice. I thought it was just a candy pack. It smells like candy, sweet.
I have one of them that's real fuely.
I have someone in my room. I have this one particular one that I'm loving right now that is just candy gas. It's just like, oh, it's so fragrant.
It's exactly what this one's like. It's like a real gassy with the candy smell that we crossed with Bruce Banner too. The seeds of that will be ready in about 3 weeks. I can't wait.
Hi, Heather, my niecey.
How's it going, Heather? It's awesome. I'm having a blast. I got fucking toasted.
Yes, sir.
That smoke freezer's pretty sweet, isn't it?
Oh, yes, it is. Keeps it nice and smooth, you know?
It sure does. Especially like COPDs and stuff. It's like I can still breathe. I can hang out and relax.
Sneak up on you a little bit. Like,
it sure does. Like, poof, did I really do that? That was really that big? All right. Well, how come I don't feel it? I gotta look at it to verify it.
Well, I have dragon lungs. I notice when I hit that thing, what it does for me more, it actually allows my lungs to like absorb the smoke. I might not be blowing out the biggest cloud out of it, but I feel like that's because my lungs absorbed all of it because the smoke was nice and cool and like wasn't making my lungs like go crazy.
Yeah, it wasn't that like rupturing feel.
Not at all. You know, nice and medicinal. Like,
this is actually a medical patented device.
Yeah, definitely very medicinal.
I love this thing. Like, it helps out so much.
Good smoke freezer, guys.
Hell yeah. Dude,
420
smoke
ship to the door.
freezers are exactly 420 to the door. It's like perfect. It really is. Like, especially with anyone that even, if you do dabs, a glass rig alone is going to cost you minimum $100 for anything kind of okay.
Decent.
Yeah. And even that, like, if you're talking about, like, usually that's just a small little thing for a rig. You know, you might get something different, but I don't know. What's that? 54? That's not too bad.
Yep.
You are roasty toasty.
Yes, I
I
am.
can see it.
Yes, I am. Hi, Gina. Thanks for tuning in.
He's a
Oh man, what's going on, Gina? How you doing? Yeah, I'm having such a blast. Like, I'm happy to dab my ass off with everybody. Happy to talk about the future plans moving forward. And springtime is here.
such big things coming, guys.
It is, and it's coming from all angles too. It's not even like just one slice of something. It's like, no, we're going for every angle possible with everybody from this local network and just like full steam ahead together. And it's like an engine, you know. Each cylinder is firing. Each person's a cylinder. If we can get a 16 cylinder going and it's smooth, that's a Ferrari right there.
We're going for every slice of the pie, and we want to take it.
Exactly it. You know, that's what we need to get to. So, like, if you're looking to network and stuff, hit us up because we have quite a few people already interested, and we're looking to get like maybe another 6 more, and we're gonna be a complete network with a big friendship involvement with ventures for growth in business. Because friendships are cool, business is cool. But when you can have friends that are making money with you, so you're all lifting your status up, is the best. You know, it's all, don't get me wrong, I'd love to jam out on some fucking PlayStation or Xboxes, all that shit. It's the Switches. But I also want to grow and breed into the community and stuff. It's like, we need more growers showing how to grow and engaging into growing with people. And then the people that know how to grow help the farms of the area become bigger and fill the community needs up. Because right now there's a lot of openings for pretty much every farm is going to need help doing something. You know, and the more we build this community of networks, that farm is going to be able to lean on us and we're going to be able to lean on them. And it's just going to be this huge circle of everybody making something. And then when we start doing the content, that's going to be I'm stoked on that. Because the more digital content we can create for this area, for year one in New York, really for all the micro businesses in Greene County, this is the first year they're allowed to grow. And then be able to do the 845 with the cook-offs and the 518 cook-offs. It's going to be awesome. Yeah, we're going to be creating a lot of content for everybody. And we also want you guys in on this. If you're a cook, hit us up. Just hit me on up, hit Leslie up, hit you guys want to throw your names out?
Logan.
Paul.
We'll connect.
Yeah.
We will
Or ask in the
connect.
comments. Just put the ads in the comments.
Yeah, I'll put them in the comments. I know that was kind of random. We're all fucking totally baloney.
There's no way I'm spelling your last name off the top of my head, bro. Sorry.
Was it Espinoza? Was it it?
No.
I don't know.
No.
That's mad funny, but no. And it's Eskenazi.
Eskenazi. See? Dude, Stony Baloney, bro.
Yeah. Espinoza. It's okay. They put my name as Eskimo. Logan Eskimo. Cool. So, you know. Just don't call me late for dinner.
Exactly. That's one thing. Especially when it's Flanagan barbecue
For
sauce.
sure.
Oh man, that was good.
Oh my God. It tasted good, and I am feeling better.
It was really nice. Oh man. So yeah, we're gonna be packing us up in a second, but definitely start checking it on out. We're gonna be coming out with the content. We want to be having all of the vending people to show their stuff. The vendors that were over at the Goats of Glass, feel free to just drop some posts of what you guys have to the group if you want to
Join our group, all vendors.
Yep, join the all vendors group because we want all of them together, so we just keep start plugging away. been a little bit quiet because we really had to recoup and recharge. And I'm finally feeling like right now I'm finally recharged again because we did a lot. We had so much stuff going on between family stuff and just like networking and building on out and going out every day to make new contacts and reaching out. It was quite a bit. All worth it. But now I'm fully recharged. She's fully recharged. Back at it again. How do you feel?
Not fully recharged, but I'm
She's
getting
like-
there.
Put the golf balls on my walker and we good.
Let's pop some fucking wheelies with this sucker.
Exactly. Put on the short skis.
Oh, some nursing home in the future is going to be in so much trouble when I get there.
It's gonna be fun. So yeah, man, I'm pretty excited. So if you guys end up wanting to do some breeding or something, I have some pollen. Let me know. We'll
Yeah, no, we're definitely.
Have you ever bred before, genetics wise?
No, I've never. I know the science. I know how to do it. I've just never like I said, in my lifetime, usually it's gone before it's here. So I can never dedicate my room to it. What I would want to do is,
well, you dedicate 3 branches to it.
see, I don't know about all the
There you go.
isolation and stuff like that.
I understand that too.
You know, it's like it's scary. It's a little scary when I'm like, looking at such beautiful buds, and I'm like, I don't want to do it to all of it.
You know how pollen dies with water?
Yeah.
So you cover up the branches you want to pollinate, hose down your plant, and then you take the pollen off of a little Q-tip and you just tap it onto the buds. Then you re-hose the other plants down with that covered up. Because as soon as the water hits the pollen, so you kind of keep the whole plant sterile before you used it.
Mm-hmm.
Then you sterilized it again after you applied it. And you
Okay.
can get like 40 to 80 seeds. That's all you really need to start your new genetic line. Because then out of those 80 seeds, you pheno hunt them. And out of those, that's when you start breeding for numbers, you know.
Okay, so I'll do it.
So
Yeah.
and you get like 95 to 98% of your harvest still.
Mm-hmm.
You just might lose 6 to 9 grams of larvae hash material.
All right.
Which is like, oh, all right, that's no problem. But you still get those monster
I'm down.
colas and stuff.
I'm definitely down there.
All right, I think I have like 3 or 4 different kinds of pollen in the freezer.
Yeah.
Cool project.
Yeah, no, we're done. You said I'd be like in time right now, right?
Yeah, so we'd have to do that soon. What days are good?
It really based off of more his. I can come down whenever. I usually swing down with him though, so.
I'll have to message you my schedule tomorrow. My work schedule for next week came out, but I forgot to take a picture before coming down here.
Well, how far away are you from here?
What was like a 35-minute drive?
Yeah, about that.
Yeah.
How about if I give you some pollen, you video record?
Yeah.
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 Okay.
And then you don't need to worry about making.
I would already
extra.
document
Yeah,
it.
let's do that shit.
I would already document it.
And then that will be a beginning of a collaborative genetic line to build off of.
Okay.
Petrol X
You
Toke.
know, exactly.
Petrol X Toke. You heard it first here, 518.
Fucking A.
Petrol X Toke.
So that's could be the very beginning of all of it.
It is.
It is, yeah.
And with that, that's going to be, like, I'm not sure if they're going to understand what's happening, but there's a lot of new shit that have just already opened up just within that last little couple sentences. Right? So on that note, guys, I'm definitely going to leave. We head on out, but I'm going to be talking with everybody because we have a few things to talk about. So
See you later, guys.
Stay lifted.
Peace.
Toke one for us.
Toke it up.
Hit some comments out there for us.